you'll want to navigate to the panel page and click the Upload Panelist button. The file you need to have is a CSV, and you need to ensure that the first row, the header row, are the column titles. And so this is an example file I have. We have first name, last name, email, gender, car make, model, and year. As the first row, this is our header. This is very important. For the data, we have, first names, last names, emails. These can just be text fields. For gender, for car make, and for car model, these are likely going to be standardized. You don't want to have different spellings of these values. And so these will likely be, single selects or multi-selects. And I'll show you how to ensure that you have data consistency in your panel. So let's browse and select the file that we want to upload, this mock data file. This is the step where you have to map the data that's in your uploaded CSV file to what's in Panelfox. So this first column, we have first name. It gives you actual preview, so Pierce, Rika, and Rory, of the actual values in the data that you're uploading, and then you map it. So here, first name is first name, last name is last name, email is email. And so for gender, we don't actually have this column, we don't have this property. So let's actually create one, and it'll pre-fill, and it'll say gender. We'll keep it as text for now, but in the future, in the next step, we'll actually change it to a single select. So let's create this property. For car make, let's also create that property. Then for car model, see, we can search for it. It doesn't exist, create this one. And then for car model year, it doesn't exist, so let's create this one. And so now we have all these green checkboxes. All the data we're importing is going to map to something in Panelfox, so that's great. And then this required question between, what type of data is it, opted in, client list, or purchased. Let's select opted in. This is the preferred contacts that we like. Purchase lists, we don't allow those. And for client lists, we ask you, to make sure that there's a very, very low bounce rate and that these folks are expecting an email, because we just want to maintain really, really low bounce rate and high deliverability. So let's select these opted in panelists. We'll import them. This takes anywhere between a second to maybe, a minute if there's a lot of panelists. And so now here's your data. We just uploaded the CSV and we have all this data, and we can filter it now. So let's do car make, we'll do Chevrolet, we'll do Chev, and so now it matches. We can do another filter, so model, and then we have the sport van, and these match. And let's do the 1994 year. So year 1994, and we find that exact one. And now to show you how to standardize the values, so the genders, the car makes, we'll head over to panel properties, scroll down to where these properties are, and we'll edit gender. We'll change it from a text to a single select. And if it's a multi-select, you can change it to that, if it's a question like that, maybe an ethnicity. And what you typically do is you would add an option, or you could add bulk options, so you could do male, female, etc. But in this example, since we're uploading existing data, we have a really useful button called Populate Options using Panelist Data. So it'll actually pull in all the values that are currently been uploaded and standardize them. So that's all you have to do. If you have, male misspelled, you can keep the misspellings and then do a bulk update in the panel, in Panelfox, and then delete the misspelled one. So let's update this property. So now it's a drop down. Let's do the same for car make. We'll do a single select. We'll click populate. We have all of these now. We'll update this. And then let's leave car model as text. And then let's change car model year to a number. This will give us nice, before, after, greater than, is between filtering. So now if we go back to the panel, you can add a filter, and so car make will now be a really handy drop down. So now you can search for, instead of Chevy, it's standardized as Chevrolet, and so on and so forth. So for, let's do gender, that'll be male here. And yeah, that's how you upload CSV, and that's how you standardize the data to make sure it all shows up well. And just the last bit I'll show you is in case you have different misspellings. Let's say male is misspelled. Well, you can find that by filtering for that misspelling, and then you can do a bulk edit. So you select all the results, click bulk actions, click edit panelists, select the column you want to change. We'll do gender. You'll select that you want the correct male column, update, and this will do a mass update and it'll make sure that all of your values are the same, and then you can come back into panel properties, edit, and then delete the misspelled option. And there you have it. Thank you.